Okay, so I got my students over there. They're actually doing some glue pulling right now. What I've got is I got this, you can see it's this truck right there with that nice little dent in the pillar. So unfortunately the customer tried to take a heat gun to it and tried to do the YouTube cold water, air, what is that, air duster, and obviously it wasn't successful. So I'm going to show you how I would plan to attack this dent. So I'm going to start from the outside. I'm going to try a few things. Cold glue, I might use a bridge to help pull some of that, and then I'll probably do a mini lifter or a slide hammer at the end to finish it off. I want to start from the outside, working it towards the center, and basically if it was like a slow motion replay, first of all I'd show how it was hit, and then I'd reverse it in the camera and show it in slow motion. So you'd want to start from outside, work that metal back to the center. So that's what we're going to do. All right, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling from this area. What I want to do is I want to bring that crown down, and I want to have the flow of the metal go towards the center, towards where the area is the bent, or excuse me, burnt, as you can see that. In case you are wondering what that burn mark is there for, is what happens is the customer tried to take the heat gun, and he saw something on YouTube where he could take a heat gun, and I'm sure all of you guys have seen that and heard that, and you probably laugh your butt off. But his heat gun, and he tried to and then take the air duster upside down thing and freeze it, and then try to pull the dent out. Now, I can tell that he didn't move the heat gun. He kept it in one place, and that's why it's burnt, and the color, the metallic, is actually discolored. So that's what that burnt spot looks like. It looks like a nicotine spot on there. There's nothing I could do for that, but I was able to still get the dent out, which you guys will see. And so the next part, once I get that area done, we're going to work all around from the outside back into the metal. So I'll explain as we go. We're going to get right into the good stuff here. We are talking about the cold glue, otherwise known as cola fria. This stuff is actually created from the guys over in Brazil, and fantastic stuff. So check out colafria.com. I hope the website's still going up, and I think you can buy it on eliminatentools.com. Now, as I mentioned, I want to work the metal from the outside towards the center. It naturally wants to go back to its original shape, as long as you are naturally understanding how the flow of metal will go back. And this is why I'm going the outside. As I mentioned before, it's like an impact on a camera. If you saw this impact on video, the main damage is in the center. Well, if you reverse it, the main damage is going to come back from the outside back into the center, and the center is the last place you would want to pull the dent. So I hope this makes sense to you. This shows you exactly why this dent's coming out so much cleaner and nice. And I just vibrated the heck out of my hand, because this thing really has some weight to it and some vibration to it as I snap this. Now, in case you guys don't know what this cold glue actually is, I'm not going to try to dissect the formula. It works really well, and it's very tacky, like almost like a putty, and it works awesome, fantastic. Now you can see it got about 80% of this damage left. There are some crowns and some lows in different areas that you just don't see from this camera angle, which I will pan and you can check out. All right, as you can tell, it's starting to look much better. I've got some crowns to still got to deal with. It's very important that you don't try to keep glue pulling the small lows that are around there. There's more crowns right now. They're dominating more of the lows, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tap down those crowns so the metal flow will work much better, much easier as I pull it. I'm not going to drill any holes in this panel. It's not necessary. Glue pulling does take more time, so I do charge more for these type of repair. Now this repair I charged $425. Now, if without doing this tutorial and doing it straight into it, I'd probably have it done in probably about an hour and a half, maybe an hour. But It's just glue pulling, releasing the crowns, and yeah, crown releasing and glue pulling. That's basically what it is, and blending. All right, I'm using a mini light from Custom Gear. I'll put that link up down on the bottom. I like this light because it's very compact, it's small, and it's perfect for just jobs that aren't very big and easy to position in different parts of the panel, so I can get a good read like this. All right, so once I have the board set up, you can see I'm actually tapping down on the tightness of the lines, the skinny part of those black lines. I'm using the edgy tap down punch with the dead on dent tools. It's like an R4. It's a plastic piece. So what I like about it is that with this tip is that I'm not going to, let's say I was pushing a very warm panel, like a hot panel. If that rubber busted through, I don't have to worry about the metal like an R4 busting through and really just basically ruining the panel, making a bunch of high spots. So I would definitely check out deadondenttools.com. Check their tap downs and their tips, and also check out edgytools.com for this awesome tap down that I like. Now, if you look closely, you'll see a little pinch on the right side. That is a crown. That's trapped pressure going against the edge. You don't get that out, you don't get the dent out. So you have to look for the slightest pinches around that edge, around close to where the seam's at, where it starts to bundle up. Every dent that gets hit near an edge, there is definitely a crown, because the crown cannot move naturally, kind of like in an even circle. So it's got a pinch along the edges. And the reason why I'm using a soft cap on top of my tip that I'm tapping down with is to prevent push marks. If you get push marks in this area, it's going to be very difficult for you to actually push from, or excuse me, to pull. Once you get little micro lows on the edge, you have two chances, slim and none, of getting that out clean. Just remember, if you don't tap those crowns down right, you're not going to get the low. You'll be forcing the low, and it will not cooperate when you go to glue pull. Now, I'm moving kind of fast. If you're trying to learn how to tap down crowns, you definitely don't want to be going as fast as I am. You actually want to see the metal move a little bit more. It's micro moving for me. Now, if you guys were watching this on video, obviously you are, you can kind of fast forward it and you can kind of see how it's moving slightly as I'm tapping. I'm not trying to get everything all in one shot. I'm just trying to make sure I can loosen up the crown so I can pull it, and pulling the low also helps loosen up the crown. Okay, so you got to do a little bit vice versa. Now here is the area that I have a little bit more pinch too. So I've got to make that metal come back into its natural position. Here you can see the natural boom position from up top. It gives you another bird's eye view of what to look for. You can see how sharp and curved those lines are. That's my area that I'm trying to focus on, really trying to knock down those pinches from there. You see it's slightly starting to go down, and it really does want to go down. Much more easier, not creating any unnecessary lows, and it's just working, coming out fantastic from this angle. All right, so you see this little edge right here, this little skinny part right there, that's the area I want to tap down. You can see from the review from the top that if you tap that down right, that low in front of it is going to come out much easier without a fight, shall I say. But you got to be careful. Make sure you're tapped down straight on top of those pinches. Now, I'm not going to show this whole video of me doing the same thing over and over again. I think you guys get the hint on this one. It's not rocket science on this one, and neither are any of them. But you just got to get the concept that tapping down helps with the low. So if you have some tightness around the low, you've got to release it, and that's how you're able to get that low to come out more natural, without a fight, without making push marks, and so on and so forth. And it also works in the same way as a crown. So if you have a crown that just won't go down, and you see that it's actually giving you a fight, and you are making more lows than actually benefiting from tapping down, and it's not going down smooth, then you probably want to pull the low. because what that's going to do is pull down the crown a little bit, or if not all of it. So you really got to determine what is more important in certain cases. So I hope this explains. I'm going to just throw down some music a little bit along with the dent, make it a little bit more entertaining for you guys, and you can see how the repair went. So I hope this tutorial helped you out pretty well. I'll go over just a bit at the end. Okay, so got it all set, glue pulled all of it, no holes drilled. I'll show you actually without whacking this car, scratching it, but no holes drilled, of course. Okay, all glue pulled, came out super clean. Tiny bit of like little, you gotta get technical, little bit of waves. I did show the board, and I showed the natural reflection. But yeah, came out good. A lot of cold glue. Well, cold glue in the beginning. A lot of glue pulling. A lot of crown repair. Crown, you know, releasing all that trapped pressure, all that stuff. So that's what really played part in that repair. Actually, let's get closer to it, and you can see right there. So I'm happy with it. I think it came out well. Just that little, looks like a nicotine spot on there, but I think the customer's gonna be happy. It came out well. Talk to you guys later. See you guys.